guys, welcome back to the Cantina. This is Stephanie, your friendly neighborhood bartender. Please feel free to subscribe if you haven't. Please feel free to hit that bell for more content so you know when I upload stuff. Hit that like button, smash that like button. And remember to share away here. We share away here for Star Wars. I'm going to ask you a question. How long do y'all think it took Anakin Skywalker to actually fall to the dark side? It wasn't a short time. It was a long time. Okay? And the most human of all Star Wars characters. Coming up next. Hey guys, welcome back to the Cantina. This is Stephanie, your friendly neighborhood bar manager, purveyor of adult beverages, etc., etc. Please feel free to pull up a bar stool, pull up a chair to a table. Let's talk a little bit about the fall of Anakin Skywalker and how long exactly did that take? All right, we see it. We don't see anything like that in The Phantom Menace. But we know that it'll happen. So, let's get to the Attack of the Clones. And Attack of the Clones is usually considered by the prequel haters to be the worst of the worst, and I don't agree with that. In fact, I still have that video to put out about why prequel haters are as much to blame for what's going on with the sequels as the people who created the sequels, okay? If you'd have kept your mouth shut, we wouldn't be here, okay? George never would have sold his baby. Okay, so anyway, let's talk a little bit about the fall of Anakin Skywalker. Now, we see it when he starts talking to Padme about his resentment towards Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan doesn't trust him. Obi-Wan doesn't feel like he's ready to do anything, not ready for the trials. He's too impatient, impulsive, and Obi-Wan constantly tells him this. And this really actually pushes Anakin over the edge. At times, he's really upset about it. This is a part of the pride problem that he has. And now we get to his vision of his mother dying, being attacked and kidnapped by the Tusken Raiders and dying. Okay, here's the deal. That was the first big toe into the big cesspool that is the dark side. He not only goes against Obi-Wan's will from Naboo with Padme to find her, he goes, tries to rescue her, she dies in his arms, and he wreaks out vengeance. Now, as a human being, as someone who would understand that, as someone whose parents were treated like crap by people that should not have done that, and didn't feel power, at the time was powerless, I understand the anger. I understand the frustration. I understand you hurt my mom, I'm going to hurt you now, okay? I understand that. But a Jedi is not supposed to do that, okay? A Jedi is supposed to find the patience, find the inner calm, pick up what the pieces that were left over and carry on, okay? Accept the fate that the Force has, willed it on them. And Anakin didn't do that. Anakin did the human thing. Anakin did the thing, I think, that, most alpha males out there would have done, okay? Again, Jedis don't do those impulsive things, okay? And it's not that it's impulsive, it's natural. And Jedi should be above that, okay? They need to be above that, especially one like Anakin, because he is so powerful and so volatile, okay? And he hasn't yet learned to let go of attachments. That's something not all human beings can do, okay? Anakin in this moment, when his mother dies, becomes more human than anybody in Star Wars, except for maybe Han. Okay, so let's go on. We'll go to the Revenge of the Sith. So the Revenge of the Sith, and we get to the point where Anakin's got Dooku. Now remember what I said? He's got Dooku's red lightsaber and his own blue one, the new blue one that he made, the one that ends up that Luke gets, that Rey Palpatine gets. Okay, and he's holding it like this. The Emperor's standing behind him, and he's manipulating all this. Now, let's go back to Attack of the Clones. Why did Anakin start getting these visions? Who sees the future? Palpatine. Could he have not been inserting these visions into Anakin's thought process and emotions? Reaching out with the Force, realizing that this kid is ripe for the taking? Ding, 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 jackpot. Okay, let's go back. So I got Palpatine standing behind him. And Anakin saying, no, I shouldn't. It's not the Jedi way. And Palpatine saying, do it. And Anakin, what you see is the balance of the Force in his hand, because he is there to bring balance to the Force as the chosen one. And he goes like that. Dooku's dead. Again, he does another thing that a Jedi would never do. All at the soon-to-be Darth Sidious Emperor's command. Okay. So then we have him now getting visions of Padme dying in childbirth. And he basically goes to the Emperor and says, and has that conversation where the Emperor brings up his own master that he killed, Darth Plagueis, and how Plagueis defeated even death itself. Could affect the midichlorians to create life, and then, you know, defeated death itself. So it's another toehold into the dark side, because Palpatine also says that the Sith do things that are considered unnatural. And then he adds, you would never learn this from a Jedi. Okay, see, a little bit of manipulation. But what happened between the movies? The Clone Wars. Let's go into the TV show, because that is canon. We see Anakin being impatient, angry, visions of the future that aren't good, like in Mortis, where it shows him standing in front of, again, Dooku with the lightsabers, and Palpatine saying, do it. We see Anakin getting frustrated, Anakin doing things to prisoners that he should not have done, beating them up, threatening them, close to being torturing them, getting angry with the Jedi Council because they're making mistakes, especially when Ahsoka was blamed for a murder that she didn't commit, and he knew it. And I think the biggest thing that you could see of him in the Clone Wars, going to the dark side slowly but surely, and it's really weird how no one saw it. Obi-Wan didn't even see it. Yoda didn't see it. Windu didn't see it. None of them saw it. Is when Padme did. Padme actually had to witness this. Remember Clovis? Remember her ex-boyfriend? Remember there's a scene in season 6 where he is trying to seduce her again. He doesn't realize that she's married to Anakin. And he's trying to kiss her. And Anakin walks in and just loses his shit. And literally beats the shit out of the guy so bad he puts him in the hospital. Padme says, I think we should see each other anymore. Okay. She's really upset with him. And he's upset with her. He's upset with the whole thing. There you go. Okay. So, when you got 6 seasons, the entire Clone Wars, and then you add Revenge of the Sith, the very last thing that happens, and we'll get season 7, and hopefully they won't, we won't get some implied Spartan love between him and Obi-Wan, and knowing Disney, okay, implied between that and episode 7, it took years for it to happen. It literally took years for it to happen. But we all know by watching these shows and even reading the real canon, how patient Palpatine was. See, that's the thing that makes a great villain, and I said this before, it's not only his gravitas, but his patience. The fact that he is literally smarter than everybody else and is manipulating everything like a puppet master, even when he should not be able to manipulate Anakin. Okay? This is what, and he doesn't care how long it takes. Okay? He will have what he wants. He will have a new apprentice in Anakin and be able to control the most powerful force wielder that ever lived, and, which makes actually him the most powerful force wielder that ever lived, and he can control the galaxy and manipulate the entire Jedi Council, including Master Yoda himself. Now, there are some people out there that think that Yoda is more powerful, but what I think when I look at Yoda is that they're equal. Him and Palpatine are equal. Little side note. When you watch the fight between Palpatine and Yoda, basically, it's a draw. And it's actually, when you really look at it, Yoda beats him. Okay, Yoda gets away, but Yoda also is allowing some of this to happen, because it's in my opinion, and this is my theory, that maybe Anakin having to go to the dark side and then being drawn back out, even if Yoda says he can't be, to Luke. But remember, he also tells Luke he has to go to confront him. Okay, maybe Yoda knows that there still is good in Luke, even if he's, or good in Vader, even if Yoda says to Luke, he's evil and he needs to be confronted and killed. Okay. This is so interesting to me, this whole dichotomy of the rise and fall and redemption of Anakin Skywalker and what it means to Star Wars itself. And it is so beyond the scope of Disney to understand it, to appreciate it. Anakin all at once is the most human of all characters. And like the other most human of all characters, Han. Han is different. Han is a basically good human being, but he's been so browbeaten by the world. And so, basically shoved to the side that he takes a very cynical view of people. Go back to the real canon. And you will see what I mean about Han Solo. And maybe I've done more videos about him than anybody. But when you talk about basic humanity, these two characters are so different, and yet they display the things that make us human. Anakin's anger, Anakin's insecurity, his hurt, his feeling of abandonment, his fear of abandonment, his inability to let go. Okay. Han's mistrust of people, his insecurity at allowing anybody near him because of the things that happened to him as a child. Okay. The most human of all the characters makes them the most interesting, in my opinion. Okay. So, anyway, this is Steph. I hope you enjoyed it. I went off a little bit on a tangent, but, when I start talking about this stuff, to me, it's really, really interesting, and I really want to share it with everybody because it's big. It's awesome. So, anyway, you all, scoundrels, you all be good. I'll see you around the cantina. See you around Galaxy. Be sure to tip those Wookiee bartenders 20%, and don't start any fights in the cantina because the Wookiee bouncers freak out, and I got to pay for the vents. No bounty hunters, no droids. Don't start any gunfights in the cantina. Take it outside. See you later. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for stopping by. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that bell for more content. Hit the like button. We do likes around here. And share away here. We share away here for love Star Wars. And hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, thanks for stopping by. And I'll see you in that round. Cantina, scoundrels. Behave yourselves.